Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Let's go!
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up, cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goal.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.
Health matters to me.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jackie.
And Coach Patrick.
Welcome to Help Matters live podcast this morning, where your help matters.
Every day, all day. Listen,
Yes.
guys, join us right here every Saturday at 9 a.m. as we bring you relevant information pertaining to your health and well-being. We'll have healthcare professionals and other professionals on the show to assist us in helping you to be the best you that you can be as it pertains to your health and well-being.
So, guys, you already know what to do. Head over to Facebook and Get Fit with Jackie Fitness and subscribe. Click and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Help Matters Jackie and Coach, guys.
Like you was trying to struggle with that for a minute.
That's all right. I got in. I ain't go to bed my regular time this morning.
I know. It was a late night, but it was a good
But it was a good one. It was a good one. So I just want to
happy birthday to
Yes.
everybody.
yes, we have some birthdays.
Mhm.
March birthday. Happy birthday, March 1st and foremost, our grandson,
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah Alexander J. Hudson. Happy birthday,
Happy
J.
birthday to
Ma,
you, bud.
Jan. Yes. Happy
Happy
birthday. I know we have some more birthdays. My brother Robert, my niece Artisha.
Happy
I say
birthday.
happy birthday to them and happy anniversary to some people. So
Yeah,
I
to
know-
whoever's celebrating a anniversary, whether you jumped the broom or tied the knot, you know you did it. Happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Tricia. Happy birthday to you.
Yes. So, guys, yes, we had a long night, but that's all right. It was good. We traveled to Sardis,
Sardis, Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that was Waynesboro. When I think about Burke County, all the thing I thought about was just Waynesboro.
Burke County pretty big.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So I didn't put all these other counties and all these other cities in this county.
Yeah.
So we was in the woods.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yes, but we
Good
had an
people.
awesome time.
Yeah.
I want to thank my sister Andra Washington for inviting me out to speak to the ladies on their women monthly meeting on health and wellness. I tell you, it was such a blessing, and there's always something you're learning yourself, Coach.
Mhm.
The more you share, the more you're getting, and the more you're learning, and the more it um, make you feel good that you're doing something to help somebody else, and you're using your gift, and God is using you. But we give God foremost the praise and glory, for even
All the
opening the
time.
doors and just walking in and being obedient
Okay.
into what He has, asked us to do.
All right, like you say, this is our calling. It's our mantle.
Yes.
If you call us, we coming, and we're gonna bring it as it pertains to
Yep.
your health and well-being. Listen, guys, we want to recognize our sponsor, Aiken Chiropractic Dr. Dan. When your spine is aligned, your body is too. Aiken Chiropractic is located at 425 Lawrence Street, Northwest in Aiken, South Carolina. Their number is 803-641-9191, and their website is www.aikenchiropractic.com. If you never had chiropractic care, if you never tried it, try it. It's a good a thing to put into your wellness journey. Not just for when you got back pain, but just overall wellness. Chiropractic care relieves the pressure and things off of your nerves, and you'll be surprised the things that it helps when you get
How
chiropractic.
good you feel,
Yeah.
even
So
after.
yeah, most definitely. So to be a sponsor, partner, or friend of the Help Matters broadcast, you can call 706-592-8862. We would love for you to help us partner and do what we do on this show.
All right, guys. So listen, guys, we know we got an awesome subject for you. You know, March is National Nutrition Month, and this is when we take the time to bring you things about your health concerning nutrition. We don't claim to know it all, but we have professionals that come on and they talk to us about from their practice and how nutrition plays a vital role in our health. And we know that food we eat, give us our body the essential nutrients that we need to maintain bone health, skin health, blood circulation, and our immune system.
Hmm.
And so it's very important that we protect ourselves, and do the things that we need to do. And I was reading something from the CDC. They said 4 out of 10 children and 1 out of 7 adults doesn't get the required nutrients of fruits, eat the requires fruits and vegetables that they are required.
Yep.
And guys, we have to change that. We have to kind of change that. And so making sure we making, these things accessible in our homes. If we got young children, if we got grandchildren, just keep it out, because the more accessible it is, you see it, the more they will go at it. And the earlier you teach it, the more the habit gets developed
They create that behavior. It
right
creates a better
in life.
habit.
And when they see you doing it, they are more likely to do it, because more is caught than what taught.
So most
So
definitely.
we behave the behavior in front of them. So making these things more accessible in your home versus not having a lot of ultra processed what we call junk food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just eating more healthier as much as we can, and praying over our food, because getting healthier things today is real. It's not as easy as it used to be. So you have to be very mindful, to get the things that we need. Okay,
Got to
guys,
do
you
it.
know what that tune is. That is Help Matters Happening Tune. That is when we take a moment, we take a time to bring you information that pertains to your health and well being.
All right. So this morning, Health Matters Happening is the FDA alert concerning certain cinnamon products due to presence of elevated levels of lead. Through the product testing, the FDA has determined that the following ground cinnamon products contain elevated levels of lead, and that prolonged exposure to these products may be unsafe. Um, the brand is La Fista, which is sold at La Superior and supermercados, and another brand is Markham, which is sold at Save a Lot. Another brand is MK, which is sold at SF Supermarket, and another brand is Swad, which is sold at Patel Brothers. Another brand is Supreme Tradition, which is sold at your Dollar Trees and your Family Dollars, and El Chalar, which is sold at La Joya Marlies. Okay, the FDA is advising consumers to throw away and not to buy these ground cinnamon products. The FDA has recommended that the firms voluntarily recall these products, with the exception of the MTCI cinnamon. The FDA has been unable to reach MTCI to share their findings and request that the company initiate a recall. The FDA will update this notice with the communication form firms that voluntarily agree to recall as they receive them. Now, the FDA is advising consumers to stop using and dispose of these products. Consumers should not eat, sell, or serve ground cinnamon products listed in the table that's on the website. You can go to the FDA.gov website, and it'll give you another listing of those products that I told you about earlier. These products have a long shelf life. Consumers should check their homes and discard these products. If there's suspicion that someone has been exposed to elevated levels of lead, talk to your healthcare provider. Most people have no obvious immediate symptoms of lead exposure. So that's your Health Matters happenings on this morning. For more information on that cinnamon recall, you can go to the FDA.gov website.
Like I said before, thank you, Coach, for that. We have to be mindful what we're eating, and we have to trust God
Most definitely.
first and foremost with our health.
Pray over everything.
Give us wisdom because we have to eat.
Got to.
We have to eat. But whatever wisdom He give us to do better in, let's take heed to that. If He give us wisdom to do this and give us wisdom to do that, let's take heed to it and make some changes. When we become aware, when we become in the knowledge of something,
Know better, you do.
we know better, we do better. Now we become accountable,
Most definitely.
and then we have to be responsible and take ownership, and we have to do those things.
It's so
And when
important.
we get God involved first and foremost in that process and say, okay, God, hey, we got to eat. We got to survive. This body got to sustain.
Well, and the biggest issue sometimes is just how we eat. You know, Jackie used to say a lot that no food is really bad. It's just we abuse it. You know, anything that you misuse or abuse is not going to, serve its purpose in our life, and that's even with food. But we're talking about good nutrition on this morning. Good nutrition consists of high nutrient dense foods, basically your whole foods. And less low nutrient dense foods,
Right.
which is your processed food. The longer it takes your food to get to your table from when it's plucked up out of the farmer's ground, the more it's been processed and the less nutrients it will have. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Nutrients are substances that provides nourishment essential for growth and the maintenance of life. Carbohydrates, protein, fat, water, vitamins, minerals,
Right.
calcium, sodium, potassium, omega 3 fatty acids, vitamin D. All these are your essential nutrients. Now there's hundreds and hundreds of nutrients, but these are the essential nutrients that we always driving home when we're talking about nutrition or dieting or anything like that, because they are so necessary for our body.
They are. And like I said, we have to trust God with our help. And when we talk about, just we have to, we seen something on social media, we counting calories. We paying so much attention counting calories, but we need to be counting chemicals
Especially these days.
and looking for chemicals. Read your food labels. I can't stress that enough. Guys, begin to read, self-educate yourself. Read your food labels. Look these ingredients up. And I tell you, you'll
Be
you don't want to
amazed.
put yourself in bondage because God already know He already know what we need when we need it. But we just got to use wisdom
Right.
and be more mindful in how we prepare food and how we eat food, because if we go by what everything we see on social media or what we see, we won't eat anything. He already knows, so we got to know He got our back. He protect us. No weapon formed against us shall prosper.
That's
But we
right.
got to do our part.
Got to.
We got to do our part.
Got to do the
Now,
natural.
with faith without works is dead. We believe in God. He's going to take care of us. He's going to do, but you got to be doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. So you can't be over here and, okay, grace going to save me. But you got to be doing your part,
That's a natural part, that
doing
we
the
have to
best
do.
that
Right.
your best effort. Put
That's it.
your best effort forward.
And it's practice. You have to practice
Right,
this thing. You've
right.
been eating a certain way all of your life. I mean, even when you were a child, you were fed foods that were prepared a certain way, and that's what you have become used to. But now you have to make a choice to make some changes when you know that that's not considered good nutrition for you. Food is the stuff that we eat and drink to fuel our body. And we have to be mindful of that. Anything we put in this mouth, that's what fuels our body. Food contains nutrients and substances that play a vital role in our body, in our energy production. Just for us to do what we do, just for Jackie and I to sit here and come to you every Saturday at 9 a.m., we need energy to do that.
Right. We need
We
our
need
sleep.
energy to do that. So, the foods that you eat gives you the energy that you need to do that. It
Right.
affects your muscles and nerve function,
And you,
blood sugar control.
and you know when your body is off, when you didn't had too much of, other things that does not
Probably shouldn't
have
have. Yeah.
as much value, because we do eat some things that does not provide a value
Mhm.
to our bodies. And when I say value, that is not giving us the necessary nutrient we need. They just kind of like free food.
Right.
But we don't want the free foods to become our main source of nutrients,
Right.
because when we eating more of the free foods, those things that we like to enjoy occasionally, when that becomes more of our daily intake, our body doesn't we don't reap the benefits of eating fruits and vegetables. Let me give you an example. Now we spend all day, we'll eat, a lot of ultra processed foods, and then we're going, okay, I'm gonna eat a cup of vegetables and a couple of fruit. Well, if you do that over a period of time, your body is not reaping the benefits of the good things that you're putting in,
Right.
those small amounts. So we have to allow that small amount, that 20%, of what we like to enjoy occasionally, something that we just, we decide that we're going to eat. Because what you don't want to get in is get into a guilt of eating some things that you like to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a difference between gluttony. The Bible talked about gluttony. And it's a difference between being mindful and having these things far in between and enjoying them without being condemned
You know.
about it. And the Bible talks about that. Don't
Right.
condemn somebody else because of something you eat and they don't eat. If those things that you can enjoy occasionally, that's good. But some things, some people have to avoid.
Mhm.
Some people have some issues, IBS, or they may have Crohn issues. They may have certain things, acid reflex. They may have a GERD.
Mhm.
So some things they have to avoid. Do they still eat it? If they do, they're gonna deal with the symptoms that comes with that if they eat that. So
Good point.
we have to, everybody nutrition need is different,
That's
and
right.
it's up to us to know that and listen to our body and how our body is responding, digesting, and um, releasing this waste, like it's supposed to.
Especially as you age. As you age, you
Oh,
do.
it
You have
really
to.
changed. Your
You
diet
have to
really
pay
has to
attention to your
change.
diet, and you have to make those changes as it become necessary. It should probably be a certain food that you just been eating all your life, and now every time you eat it, you notice that it doesn't make you
Right.
feel good, or this is happening. You're getting bloated or gas,
It
or
just don't like your back no
something
more.
is going on, and you have to make those changes.
Yeah,
And like Jackie said, everybody's different, and all food is not created equal, as she kind of stated.
it's not.
What we eat isn't necessarily what we absorb, or what we use, and that comes in how you're eating. If you're not chewing your food long enough, allowing the nutrients to break down and be absorbed in your body, so
You
that your
didn't reap the
body,
benefits.
right, so that your body can use it the way it needs to use it, then that can be an issue too. There's many factors that affect how we digest, process, and utilize the foods we eat.
Yeah, how our
Right.
body, and as like you said, as we age, things change. Our gut health change.
Hmm.
And that gut is very important. Our gut has a brain.
Most
It
definitely.
does. Do your research. It's there, and so we
And
have
as a brain gut connection
connection.
during the eating process,
Exactly.
to let you know your full cues and things like
And your hunger cues, and so you got to pay attention to that mindful eating. So don't eat so close in between. If you know you just had breakfast at 8:30, watch out for the heavy snacks at 9:30. You find yourself back in the kitchen and snacking on something. It just may be that you need more water.
hmm
So pay attention to your body, and sometimes it's just certain things that we eat because we're not giving the body the nutrients, we're lacking nutrients, so your body begin to crave
hmm
certain things.
It'll
Just
talk
like
to
if
you.
you lack magnesium, your body will begin to crave more sugary things.
It'll talk to
So
you.
it will speak to you. You just got to get in tune to it and listen to it, and and pay attention. When your body is off,
Right.
and I need to get on back over there. But if I want to have me a slice of pie, piece of cake, that's fine. It's all about self-control.
hmm
The word talks about self-control. We have to have self-control. If we don't have self-control, some things we got to keep out of mind. The lust of the eyes, you got to keep it out of your house.
That builds your appetite.
Don't
What you
don't
looking at?
bring don't say, God deliver me from temptation, but you bringing the temptation right there in
That's
there.
good. That's good.
If you know that you cannot control how much of this you can eat, keep
Keep
it
it out the
out
house.
of sight.
If you hadn't been delivered from those cookies, keep them out the house. I'm a cookie monster, y'all. So Jackie knows he has to keep them out the house. You know, I
Keep
do.
'em
I
out
do a
the
lot better
house.
with them, but I prefer she keep them out the house. And when I want a cookie, we go and get the cookie. But here's the thing that here's some
But
things
don't
that
get in condemnation.
right.
But
Don't beat yourself
but
up.
know yourself though.
Right.
Know yourself.
Don't get in denial.
Yeah.
You know, set so many rules and restrictions. That's why you.
That's not
why
a
the
healthy
failure-
relationship with food.
Right, and that's where the failure come at in our diets. You know, I know diet is a bad word, but that's all we. I mean, your diet is your diet. Whether you eat
It's what you're
Snickers,
eating. It's
whether you
what
eating
you're
Snickers every
consuming.
day or eating kale every day, that's your diet. But good nutrition. Some of the things that good nutrition do for us, as I said earlier, is that it controls our energy balance. Without enough energy, the body won't do what it needs to do. It just won't work right. You know, just like your car, if something's going that gets low on oil, it lets you know. When your gas need gas, it lets you know. When something just going on in that engine, you got bells and whistles and lights that come on that tell you that. But
Yep.
unfortunately, our body, things don't just pop up, but we feel it. Something's not off, something's off. It may be a headache. It may be my blood pressure went up. It may be sugar levels went up. It may be my joints are hurting or I'm swelling up. So these are indicators. These are those gauges that your body is telling you, you know, to pay attention to,
Red
you know,
light.
some of the things that you're doing. But you know, if we don't do that, it will start to shut down processes that we need because the body is going to take care of itself. And what the body will do, it will start shutting down the processes that you don't need to survive. You know, because it goes into a survival mode. You know,
Flight or fight.
right, things that processes you don't need, like the reproductive system, metabolism, and brain function. That's why you start getting confused when you're not feeding your body the right nutrient because the body gonna start pulling from areas to make sure it helps you to survive. We're fearfully and wonderfully made. God made us to do that way, and the body is going to adjust and do what it needs to do to try to survive. And sometimes that's not good because it can cause issues, side effects later.
I mean, yes. I mean, you're absolutely right. And I'll even tell people watch the sugary drinks. That stuff is loaded with sugar. You know, Patrick, Coach and I have things, little tubes that we have from nutrition, and we show you the amount of sugar that's in solid form in tea and in sodas and all these things, and you're like, wow, I would never eat that, but really it's you are because you're drinking it, you're
Drinking
camouflaging,
your calories. Yeah.
you know. And nobody said not to eat sugar. It's just that you have to be careful how much your body is allowing you to consume before it get out of sync. And you don't want it to do that. You got your red light, you got your what, caution light, that yellow light, you got your green light, you got your red light, and you have to know that, okay, red light, this is a red light. And you have to kind of put that space before the taste. And you got to say, okay, do I really want this? Talk to yourself. What are you doing between that space, in between that time before I decide to move on this behavior? Do I really want this? Am I hungry?
Excellent
Um,
questions. Yeah.
what value is it playing, or do I just want to have it because it's good and I want to enjoy it? If you decide to have it, don't feel guilty about it. Now, if you eat it and you're guilty about it, you need to check, okay, what else going on? Why am I feeling like condemned
Take the
eating this?
control.
And then here go the control. Here go the guilt trip. I'm feeling guilty. You should not feel guilty about what you're eating. That is not a good relationship with food. Some of us just may need to set aside and make sure we have a good relationship with food. Food shouldn't be controlling you. You should be
There you go.
controlling it.
Self-control.
You should be able to say, I'm going to eat me a couple of cookies and I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to be fine with that. And that's okay. It's okay for me to have me a piece of pie. I'm going to be that. It's how much we indulge in over a short period of time, like even during the week. How much you're just consuming over a short period of time. It's not what you're doing occasionally. It's what you're doing on a consistent basis.
Now, Good nutrition. Good nutrition gives us nutrients. Each food has a certain nutrient density, the amount of nutrients in a food item. That's what nutrition density is. Foods vary, even your vegetable and fruit, it varies on what type of nutrients that it gives you. We were talking about cookies. So a cookie has a lots of calories. Do you know it has a lots of calories, a lot of sugar, but very few nutrients in it. So this is a low density type nutrient food. Now, kale, let's just look at kale. Kale has a lots of nutrients, right? Good things in it, but few calories, but it's high in nutrient density. And guess what? The same fillness, the same energy that you would get for something that, from that has a lot of calories, that most of them going to be stored as fat anyway, you can get out of the kale. And it's lower calories, but it's fulfilling that need for the nutrient that our body needs so that that body is satisfied in what it's just had. Now, kale don't taste like a cookie, but you can retrain your taste buds as you practice eating different types of vegetables and fruits in order to ensure that your body is getting what it needs. Good nutrition helps us look, feel, and perform our best. That goes back to that energy thing. Whatever your individual focus is, what's important for you. Are you trying to eat for performance, or are you trying to eat just to live healthier and function in your everyday life, or are you trying to eat for weight loss? What are you trying to do you have some kind of type of chronic disease that you're trying to prevent? So all of these things are factors in our nutritional needs, and we have to take all of those into consideration, and that's why it's different for everybody. That's why it's different for
Well,
everybody.
yeah. And as we age, things does change. People, things change. Our body is different. It feels different. It responds different. It acts different. It looks different. So we have to change our mindset. We really have to change our mindset, and we have to make changes as we age.
Hmm.
Even like you said, sugar begets sugar begets sugar begets sugar. So whether it's coming from fruits or coming from the cookies or candy, sugar begets sugar. The ones that comes from the fruits, yeah, they're more healthy. You get more nutrition and photo chemicals and all that in there, but too consuming even too much of that can have an effect on your blood sugar and your glucose, and
Hmm.
especially as you age, your insulin level kind of changes. And then you want to make sure there's no underlying issues like thyroid issues, hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. So that means you need to practice preventative care.
Right.
Go
Right.
to the doctor, get your blood work done, get these things done so you can get a head start and see, okay, what's going on, locate where you at. And you do that by getting in there and getting your blood work done and say, okay, this is where I'm at. So now I can identify some things I need to change.
Hmm.
I located where I'm at. Now I can just improve. I'm doing good here, but I can do a little bit better.
Most definitely.
So you can, and all these things work together. So we have to, and managing stress that affects your gut.
Hmm.
It causes cortisol. It causes inflammation to build up. So your body is not, the acid in your body is not breaking down the nutrients that it should. So you have to watch being stressful, because some people emotionally and stressfully eat. So that's a whole nother subject. So we have to really, really pay attention. You're like, Jackie, this is a lot. It's not really a lot. We doing it anyway. We just need to be more mindful and switching and adjusting and changing and do it a little bit better.
Most definitely. And another thing that good nutrition does is outcome based. It's outcome based. The nutrition choices that you make, they're going to lead to an outcome, good or bad, right? But good nutrition outcomes are measured. It's a measured outcome. You feel it, you have better health, your performance is better, your body composition starts to change. So these are the outcomes of good nutrition. When the body composition starts to change, and don't focus so much on body composition, because that's a benefit. It's going to come if you're doing the things that you need to be doing and eating the proper things that you need to be eating. That's going to come. But focus on your health, focus on your performance, focus on the energy, focus on the things that you need to function every day. And as you do that, and as you continue to eat good nutrition then your body composition is going to follow. It's going to start changing, you know. And as we age, depending on our age, it's
It
only
takes time.
right. It takes
Some people
time
it takes time.
because your body responds differently and is not going to look the way you probably when you lost 10 pounds, 10 years ago. It looked differently, but now you're
There
you're
you
10
go.
years older, and that 10-pound loss don't look as different as it used to be. But you have to receive that and just be knowing that I'm healthy on the inside, and what I'm doing is good for my overall health, and I'm living to strive,
Yeah.
not just survive.
It's funny you say that, Coach. We was talking about that and was like, okay, some of us are still trying to um, do things the way we did it when we was younger. And we like still trying to, okay, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. And I'm like, it's just not working. And then you're getting frustrated and why it's not working because you keep trying to do it the way you did it 10 and 15 and probably 20 years ago. And your body's saying, I can't do that anymore. I need you to listen to me and make some changes. And that comes mentally. Now I got to accept that I'm aging. It's inevitable. It's going to happen whether you want it or not. Like the coach said, 10 pounds 20 years ago gonna look different in the 10 pounds that you look now because you have aged. So that 15, 20 pounds may look differently in your 50s, 60s, 70s, So you want to focus on muscle mass, lean muscle mass for bone density help. So you want to be doing some type of weight bearing exercise if you're able and, getting enough cardio to build up your heart rate to a healthy heart rate. Even your heart rate changes as we age.
Right.
Our immune system changes as we age. Our digestive system changes and softens. You may notice that your bowel movements changes as you ages. So pay attention to these things and make the necessary adjustments that you need to make, and so you can move forward and continue to live a good, healthy life. And that looks different on each and every one of us.
On all of us, yeah.
All of us. Health look different on all of us. Some of us may have some things that's going on. That doesn't mean I'm not healthy. Now I'm managing it.
That's the
I'm
point.
doing the things that
Gotta
I need
manage
to do to put these things in place so I can continue have a good functional life, a good healthy life.
Hmm.
You
That's good. That's
you
a
got to
good
put
point.
things in perspective.
Right.
The body is going to age. We don't like the side effects of it, but it's going to age. But if we make the necessary adjustments and changes that we need to make and accept that we are aging, we are changing,
Embrace it.
embrace it.
Yeah, and Jackie, let's real quick before we jump off this morning. Let's talk about how to remove some of the limiting factors, that come between you and reaching your goals and changing your nutritional habits. You got to identify what stands between you and reaching your goals.
Right.
Yeah, we know about genetics. We know and epigenetics can affect how you respond to nutrition. Your genetics can do that. Some clients will have genetic factors that can make weight control and
Right. A
avoiding
little
chronic
bit harder.
diseases. Yeah, it can make those things challenging, and other physical outcomes easier or harder, based on your genetics. But here's the thing: the epigenetics, Jackie talk about it all the time, is where you make those changes. Right? We know that the
That's
first
lifestyle.
thing, right? The first thing that the doctor asks us is, did your family have this? Diabetes, heart, all of that. And yeah, but and you're subjected to it now because you're tied to that family and you had to eat what you had to eat, what mom and dad prepared as you was coming up. But when you look back and say, man, I ate too much of fried chicken, or I ate too much of fried this, or I ate too much of that, you now change that with the epigenetic by making different choices on
Change the
how you eat,
behaviors.
on how you prepare your foods and things of that nature.
Don't take on the same behaviors.
Yeah.
You have to
You have to change it up.
change the behaviors. If this is what I used to do and this is how I used to eat,
And
some
it's
of us
not
are
good.
still, and it's
Yeah.
just not. It's okay to occasionally have that a burger if you want, or if you just choose not. Some people are just naturally don't like meat.
Mhm.
I tell people that you just don't. If you decide to go vegan, that's something that people do. That's their choice. But there are other things that they're lacking nutrients in. They may have to get it from a supplement.
Mhm.
But if you choosing to eat meat, don't condemn somebody else because they choose to. But if it's far here in between and you just like, I just want a piece of fried chicken,
Yeah.
don't condemn
Don't
yourself.
condemn yourself.
You know, if that's okay, I'm just gonna eat this, I'm be done. It may be months from now or a year now before I have another piece. So
Right.
don't, just kind of be mindful of
Right.
things and how much it's what, like I said, it's what you're doing consistently, rather than what you're doing occasionally.
Yeah, and you know, and like Zach said, don't deny yourself for things unless the doctor just told you need to leave that alone. Then leave it alone.
Exact. Some things
Right.
has to be avoided.
Right. Now, some other factors, exercise or physical activity, movement of the body, because activity changes how your body uses nutrients. Activity helps your body to move things around, the nutrients around, to get to where they need to go to do what they need to do. Active and fit people can eat more. They use nutrients more efficiently and effectively and keep their metabolism healthier than sedentary and unfit people. Because moving your body, the body is made to move. You got to move it. You can't get around that. You ain't got to beat it up. If you ain't trying to run a marathon, then don't work out like you're trying to run a marathon. If you're not trying to be a bodybuilder and build muscles, then don't work out that way. But you got to move the body. You got to do something to be healthy. You
Right.
got to do something to be healthy. And moving the body, when you move the body, there are so many benefits in being active. And that's a whole nother,
Yeah.
subject and topic. But, move the body.
Yeah.
Get up and
Physically
move the body.
exercise profited little. It doesn't mean it's not important. The body at rest stays at rest. The body in motion stays in motion.
Hmm.
I tell people, if you don't think that's important, just sit for a whole week and don't do nothing, or lay in a bed for a whole week and don't do anything, and you'll see how important moving is.
Most definitely. Know your limitations. Collaborate with your healthcare provider. That's so important. Have those conversations. And mindset. Every action starts with a thought. Jackie talked about this to the ladies last night. And thoughts become things. Replace negative mindset with positive talk and manage stress. So important, because if your mind, you get in a negative mindset and you start allowing your flesh to control you, and that's what it will do when you get into negative things. Your flesh will take control.
Your
Then,
emotions.
yeah,
It's
you'll get into your emotions, your feelings, and you be
and
doing
those
all kinds of
thoughts is
stuff.
associated with emotions.
Mhm.
And so you have to, and I tell people, I like to associate it with the body. Pay attention to the intensity of your body, even the thoughts. And like I said, and your cells eavesdrop on every thought you're thinking.
Mhm.
So pay attention to how your body, are you relaxed?
All right.
You know, certain thoughts create certain emotions, and it creates certain reactions to your body.
Those are
That's
triggers.
what those are
Yeah.
triggers. That's
Yeah.
what stress come from. And then we defaulted. Okay, when that happened, when that trigger comes, when something or somebody in an environment remind me of something, the first thing that I want to do is grab something to ease that pain or ease that emotion. What do?
Yeah.
I go eat something.
Yeah, that's so
That
good.
that so and now, because why I eating it? Why I'm not making a different choice? Because it's defaulted down there.
Most
It's
definitely.
defaulted in the brain. It's programmed there, and that's what you do. But you got to change it. You got to change it. You got to say, no, this is what I used to do, but now I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to deal with this emotion, and I'm going to change it.
That's it.
Now, if you're thinking positive, think about when you're thinking positive and when you're happy. My first lady talk about hashtag you got joy. You got joy, because happiness is fleeting. It comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. Motivation, it comes and go. It ain't, I mean, it's inside of you. And so you have to stop allowing your emotions and feelings to govern your life,
Yeah.
govern your behaviors.
You take control.
You take
be in
back control. You
Right.
take back control. No, I'm not going to go in there and eat that whole bag of chips. I do not want it. When I want some, I just get some. But right now, it's associated with these emotions right now. And I'm not going to do it because I'm going to eat the whole bag. So you have to kind of talk yourself out. Allow that space before the taste. And while you're allowing that space, go ahead and walk. Just talk yourself through this. Okay, God, what's going on right here? Let me deal with this thought. Wow. Pray over it and talk about it. Call someone. I'm telling you, that's the way to move through and navigate through that.
All right. And as we prepare to go, just wanted to reiterate what Jackie brought up. She brought up triggers, and that's important. It's important for you to identify your triggers, because pay attention to what happens after that trigger. After that triggers, what behavior you respond with. What are you doing when that triggers something in you? And that's what you got to change. Change the response to your triggers. Don't allow that same response when something triggers something in you, whether it's emotional, whether it's your feelings. When that thing triggers, don't go immediately. Take that pause, time out, think about it, and do something differently, and start to associate something different with that trigger. And as you practice that and do that repetitiously, then you'll create a different, healthier behavior
Right.
that will create a new habit in your life. Finally, environment, supportive relationships at work, home, school, your schedule, healthy choices, close and convenient, what you got in your neighborhood, what you got in community. All of that plays a part in you having the good nutrition necessary that you need to make. But you have to make the adjustments in your environment. Look at your pantry, what's in there? Look at your refrigerator, what's in there? Look at them cubbies up in them cabinets, what's in there? You have to change that environment. You have to do it. I got grandbabies, I got grandchildren. Okay, it starts when we're small. Let's teach them how to enjoy fruits and vegetables.
Make them accessible. Put them
It's-
around the
and
house.
every now and then give them the cookies or whatever,
Right.
because it's just a vicious circle as if you continue to do the things to them that gave you these bad unhealthy habits when you were coming
The
up.
behaviors. And so,
Right.
and I love my grandbaby. When I picked up one day and she was in the car and she had her oranges and they was talking about fruits and stuff. And she said, I said, oh, you got an orange today? She said, yes, my teacher was telling us it's a much better choice. And, and she's 4 years old. And that's where we teach them young. We teach them young and we teach them through our behavior. More is caught than taught. And so we have to behave these behaviors in front of them. But don't get in no condemnation
Right.
about this.
Right. And
It's-
and as
Yes, it's all about self-control. It's not allowing it to control you. And so when you have these moments, and so what old behavior that you used to have when you used to, okay, and I was an emotional eater. So now I make better choices. Now I think different. No, oh, I'm not gonna eat that. You're not gonna drive me in there to eat that because I'm thinking this way. I deal with what's going on and I check myself and assess myself and see what's going on. I'm not hungry, so why should I go in there and eat this because I'm feeling this way because it was defaulted? So you have to change the narrative. You have to create more healthier pathways in those neurotransmitters. So these are old things and how our brain has been shaped. So we have to go in and change these things. Remember, guys, nutrition, wellness is so well rounded. It necessitate each other. All of them work together. Any of them going neglected can affect your quality of health.
Most definitely. And listen, it's not about, rules and regulation and
Right.
being so strict on yourself. Just look for your strengths and wins. Good nutrition is not about all of that stuff. Just focus on how you can take what's already working, if it's working, and improve on that, and
Right.
while making small changes. And that's what it's about.
That's
Small
it.
changes. Don't try to bite off so much, and you're going to frustrate yourself, and you're going to get depressed, and you're not going to accomplish the things you want. Make those small changes, continue to practice, continue to be repetitive in doing those things, those small changes that you make,
Yeah.
and your body will change and come into
And I like that repetitive. Don't focus on the outcome. Focus on the journey. Conquer the small battles to win the victory.
most definitely.
Those small battles, those are the things on that road, on that journey that's going to show you things you need to adjust, things you need to change. Don't ignore the journey because this is what's going to help you sustain. This is what's going to help you maintain.
Lifestyle change.
So don't do things that is too hard.
Right.
Putting all these restricted rules on yourself, and then you get here, and you may get there doing all that, but is it sustainable? Can I sustain this? If it ain't nothing that you can do the rest of your life, you need to go back and scale it and readjust it and change it.
All right, guys, small changes. Small changes lead to
Right.
big results. All right, just keep that in mind.
All
You didn't get this
righty.
way overnight. You're not going to change it overnight. Listen, thank you so much for listening to Help Matters right here on Saturdays at 9 a.m. with Jackie and Coach. We want you to like our Facebook page at Get Fit with Jackie Fitness and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Help Matters with Jackie and Coach.
And guys, remember, we're here to help you to become a better you, to be the best you that you can be. We like to leave you with 3 John 2. I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Guys, remember, Still Becoming is still available for pre-sale. So go on www.womenonthewellness.com and purchase your pre-sale book of Still Becoming. We love you guys. Have a healthy and blessed and safe day.
Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Yeah, let's go.
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up. Cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goes.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here, let's go.